Mr. Speaker, I rise today in honor of the late Cole William Schmidtknecht. Born in 2001 in La Crosse, Wisconsin, Cole was a 22-year-old who, according to his parents, Bill and Shannon, did life on his own terms. Cole was known to them as Mr. Independent. As a toddler, he walked himself into kindergarten. Bill and Shannon said that Cole always stood up for the little guy. Growing up, Cole had a love for gaming and enjoyed playing in video game tournaments. He had gained a following online on Twitch that he shared with many of his gaming friends. His mother, Shannon, said he had a lifelong curiosity and a hunger for knowledge. Cole had an affinity for elephants due to their wisdom and kindness and had wanted a tattoo of one on his arm. Cole had recently moved back to Appleton, Wisconsin to live with his best friend. In January of 2024, Cole went to the pharmacy to refill his steroid medication for his asthma, a medication he had taken for years. A Big Three pharmacy benefit manager had increased the price of Cole's daily asthma medication from around $35 to over $500. He was told that no generic drug would be covered by his insurance, and Cole was forced to choose between his medication and his rent. He chose to pay his rent. 5 days later, Cole suffered a severe asthma attack that led to cardiac arrest. On January 21st, 2024, Cole passed away. These pharmacy benefit managers are the middlemen of drug pricing, owned by Fortune 20 health insurance companies and working for profit, not for patients. PBMs claim to negotiate on behalf of employers and patients to lower drug costs, but the Federal Trade Commission's July investigation into PBM price gouging abuses showed the facts. PBMs mark up the cost of drugs by thousands of percent above their acquisition costs and have captured $300 billion from the U.S. healthcare system and invest none of that into research and development for new drugs. They influence what prescription drugs are available and what they cost by mandating patients receive expensive brand name drugs when cheaper generic drugs are prescribed and readily available. And now their greed is on full display. At the July House Oversight Committee hearing, I questioned Big Three PBM executives about these markups. I asked CVS Caremark President David Joyner, now CEO of CVS Health, why he was charging $6,229 for a $16 multiple sclerosis drug. This is a 38,000% markup for life-saving medication, and he had no real answer to my questions. It doesn't stop there. These exorbitant markups extend to drugs for leukemia, prostate cancer, kidney disease, and more. At this hearing, I unveiled H.R. 9096, the bipartisan Pharmacists Fight Back Act, with Representative Diana Harshbarger, a pharmacist herself. Pharmacists Fight Back will stop the most nefarious of PBM price gouging abuses. Pharmacists Fight Back is the most muscular reform ever introduced at the federal level. It will implement a transparent pharmacy reimbursement model using market-based pricing benchmarked to the national average drug acquisition cost. It will end patient exploitation in federal health care plans and impose criminal violations for such behavior. No family should suffer the loss of a child from PBM greed. Ahead of Thanksgiving, we reached our goal of 50 co-sponsors to Pharmacists Fight Back, 25 Republicans and 25 Democrats. This is not a partisan issue. Cole had his whole life ahead of him. Because Cole was forced to choose between paying his rent or shelling out hundreds of dollars to cover his medication out of pocket for a drug that did not need to be that expensive, his family is without their loved one. There's no justification for a family facing Thanksgiving without their child. Cole's death was preventable. Since Cole's passing, Bill and Shannon, who are here today, have fought tirelessly for PBM reform. I am grateful for their presence today and that they have chosen to tell their story so no other parents experience this pain. Cole's parents said that Cole walked his own path in life. He was known by his loved ones to have deep care and compassion for those he encountered. I encourage my fellow members to protect patients like Cole and his family and to sponsor H.R. 9096, the Pharmacists Fight Back Act. In honor of Cole Schmidtknecht, we will carry forward the fight to end the price gouging abuses of pharmacy benefit managers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields. The chair now recognizes